I'm Tamara Tyas. Today my lesson is about active and passive voice. Right? Take an example like the cat killed the rat. The cat is the subject and the rat is the object. The cat did some action, that means kill, so it was the doer of the action. Something was done to the cat, so it was the sufferer or the receiver of the action. Usually, the subject is the doer of the action, but not so always. Sometimes the subject becomes the sufferer or receiver of the action. Now, if we say the rat, that's the subject, was killed by the cat. Here the rat did not do anything, it was the receiver of the action. When the subject of the sentence is the doer of the action, the verb is in active voice. When the subject of the sentence is the receiver of the action, the verb is in the passive voice. Now we'll take some example, right? Subject, the cat. Verb is killed, the rat. Then if you want to change it to the passive voice, we say the rat was killed by the cat. Then the next one, we'll just take another example. The policeman caught the thief. Then it comes to the passive voice, it say the thief was caught by the policeman. Okay? Then if we take another example, the boy kicked the ball. The ball was kicked by the boy. Right? Then the man is feeding the dog. How are we going to change it to passive? We say the dogs are being fed by the man. Okay? Then we say the butcher sells meat. When it's changing it to passive voice, what we have to do? Say meat is being sold by the butcher. Okay? The girls have eaten all the toffees. All the toffees have been eaten by the girls. Now I think you will be able to understand what is active and the passive voice, right? So these are very simple and it's easy to understand. In all examples, subject of the passive sentence is singular. So the singular verb was and the past participle, that is sung, made, advised, played, written, answered and done are used. Some more examples if we take below, right, we'll see. Here the subjects, the passive sentence in plural. So the plural verb and the past participles are used. The girls ate the apples. All the apples were eaten by the girls, right? If we take Lal answered all the questions. All the questions were answered by the Lal. Then if we take the carpenter made both these tables. Both these tables were made by the carpenter. So it's very simple as such. Now if we say, now we'll see, then the other one is you have to remember, in turning active voice into passive voice, the object becomes a subject. The passive form of the subject is made by adding forms of be, is, was, has, been, etc. Right? To the past participle. The passive verb is followed by plus doer, right? So those are very simple that you will be able to understand. We can drop by, we have to add doer if we do not know the doer or if we do not need to mention the doer. Right? Someone stole the pen. Right? So we have to, that's the active. The pen was stolen, run. That's a passive. Then the police arrested the culprit. That's active. Then it comes to passive. We say the culprit was arrested. Okay, now it's very easy. We do not know who stole the pen. That is why we said the police arrested the culprit, right? Then the only transitive verbs, that's verbs that can take objects, can be used in passive voice. Intransitive verbs cannot have passive forms because they take no subject. Can you understand this? I think it's better if you answer these things. Then I will give you some. These are, you have to change it. This is an exercise I am hoping to give you. The cat chased the rat. Leela hit the ball. The ball was caught by Kamal. The ball was chased by the cat. Okay? Then the train was pulled by a Hungarian engine. Now, a Hungarian engine pulled the train. The wind blew two trees down. Two trees were blown down by the wind. So I think it's easy for you to understand this, and there's no problem of learning about the active and passive voice. So I think you have got a correct idea what is and why we are changing it to passive voice, right? So the passive, of course, now we know the subject or the receiver voice of the verb, right? So these are very simple and you will be able to learn it without any problem. This is the first lesson about the active passive. I'm hoping to do another lesson very soon, active and passive voice, right? Okay, thanks. I'm sending you the note also for this lesson. You can write it or read it, whatever you like. Please subscribe my channel, YouTube channel, Tamara Dias, within brackets Tammy, 076653220. If you like, you can call me and ask from me if there is any queries, right? Thank you very much.